This is Bishop Dr. Truman Burst. Master Herbalist, coming to you from Good Shepherd Ministries.
Welcome to our conference. We're talking about natural remedies and how to be healthier and what works and what doesn't work. We don't prescribe, we don't diagnose. We're simply talking about and answering questions. And one way you can join this conference to ask a question about natural remedies is to press your star key 2 times. It will unmute your microphone. If we leave the microphones open, then everybody, we get so much noise from all over the world and all over the country because we have many people who have joined us here in this conference, and we have to mute the microphones. Please understand that all you need to do if you have a question or a comment, which we welcome, all you need to do is press the star key 2 times, and that unmutes your microphone so that you can ask questions about natural remedies and give testimonies about natural remedies and encourage and share information about natural remedies. That's what this is all about. This is your conference. This isn't a lecture. I invite your questions, your comments. So at this time, and we're not prescribing or diagnosing. My name is Bishop Dr. Truman Burst. I've been an herbalist for 55 years, and I've always helped people solely by donation. And when they can't make a donation, I help them anyway. And that's what we do. This is a labor of love for the Lord, and all glory to the Most High. So we're being Spirit-filled and Spirit-guided through the Holy Spirit to answer your questions, to give you the correct information about natural remedies, how to be comforted. We don't claim cures here. We don't do that. People are giving us testimony that they no longer have cancer, they no longer have diabetes, they no longer have all kinds of health disorders. That's because our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Ahaya, Ashar, Ahaya. Yes, our Father, which art in heaven, in the name of Yeshua, the Savior, Jesus Christ, our Savior. Yes, that is what's doing the healing. Our Father's doing the healing. I'm simply guided after 55 years of research to share this research, to share this information of how to be healthy, how to have no disease, how to be one of those people that people look at you and say, "Wow, you're looking younger. You've got more energy. I can tell you're feeling better," and so forth. Because all these health disorders, you don't need them, you don't want them, and you don't have to have them. So that's what this is all about here. And again, we're here every Thursday from 3 o'clock until 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, talking about this. Now, I'm going to open up all the microphones here in a moment because I invite your questions, your topics. If you have a question and you want to have me talk about a certain thing or talk about the research about a certain health disorder, I'm not prescribing or diagnosing for you. We're simply both looking at that research. And so we're going to do that right now, but let's give you some telephone numbers, how to reach us and so forth. I'm going to be talking about and sharing reports that are published on a website called herbalhealthreview.com. So if I'm talking about a topic and looking at some research, well, it's published on the internet along with 300 videos, about 60 of them of these conference broadcasts with screen capture. So when I'm talking about a topic, you can go and you can see that video later after the broadcast and all the other 60 videos, and they're mounting up every month, every week. We've got more and more topics because you're asking more questions and more information is pouring forth. So that's herbalhealthreview.com. So that's the main website that we go to because that's where all my work is published. And when you look at herbalhealthreview.com and when you click on common conditions, it brings up all these reports. Cancer, diabetes, make lifestyle changes, the perfect diet. It's all there. Autism, weight loss. It's all there. All that information. And when you read these reports and you click on, if it's talking about an herb, you can click on that herb and it takes you over to a website who by the rules, the evil rules of the FDA, which are overreaching, overstepping, and stepping on the throats of mankind, by their rules, they can't tell you anything, the value of these herbs. They can't do that. But I can, and I do. So I do, and they don't. And that complies with their rules. And they don't like it. But a federal judge told them that's too bad because they get to do it because it's constitutional that they get to do it, and chastised the FDA for being so evil and told them not to come back in the federal court again against me. So we've been through that, and I've been vindicated, and we're helping people, and it is working. And those reports are on herbalhealthreview.com under common conditions. And when you click on the report and you're reading the report and you see an herb, you click on that herb and it takes you over to the website betterhealthherbs.com. And when you're on betterhealthherbs.com, then you can see the sizes, the types. You can get these things in capsules, in liquids, in powders, in herbal teas. This is my family that is manufacturing the remedies that I've invented and the system that I created. I get nothing from it because if I did, the overreaching authorities would step on my throat like they have for the past almost 40 years. I've endured a great deal to be here and to give you this information. So, but what we're doing now is all within their rules and within what the chief federal judge of the Western United States said was legal, and they should leave me alone. However, they continue to make life as difficult as possible to manufacture natural remedies and to help people. They do all they can to intimidate, slow down, restrict, and obstruct that. So that's who we are. That's what we're doing here, and that's the website, herbalhealthreview.com. And look all the tabs across there. There's a lot of information, tons of information there. And then betterhealthherbs.com, betterhealthherbs.com. That is the website that has all the products. And I appreciate it when you patronize betterhealthherbs.com. And the reason why, that's my family. I get nothing from the sale of any product. I live on donation, solely donation alone, and there is a donation button on my information blog about me website, and it's not my website, but it's about me, and on that website there is a donation button, and that's what keeps me going, and we always need more donations, please. So that's who we are. That's what we're doing here. My telephone number after the broadcast, if you want to reach me for any reason, please join me. Call me. And my telephone number is 503 362 5899. That's 503 362 5899. My email is Truman at healthherbs.com. Truman, Truman, at healthherbs.com. And last telephone number for the folks at betterhealthherbs.com. That telephone number is, if you want to talk to them about products and sizes and the prices and order it and so forth, that's betterhealthherbs.com, and I get nothing from it. And that's 541-791-8400. Please patronize that. Don't go to the health food store and try to duplicate the products that it took me 55 years to create and what I'm talking about here. Because I'm not talking about something you can get from your local health food store. I'm talking about something that is organic, highest quality, made by family, and made in faith and love in the name of Jesus Christ. And hello there. We're open. So that all being said, now you've got all the telephone numbers, 541-791-8400 for the folks at Better Health Herbs. Let's open up the microphones and let's get started here. Does anybody have a question or a comment or a topic that they want me to talk about? Press your star key 2 times.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, I was been trying to get pregnant for a while, and I wasn't having a period at first, and I was using this herb called Don Quan, and it made me have a period. And now they told me that I have fluid in my tube, and I was trying to see what herbs I could use that can clean out my tubes.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about infertility and pregnancy. Okay, let's bring up that topic. All right, we're going to do that right now. I'm going to go, and you're not going to be able to see this because you're over the telephone, but there's an audio video going on right now of this, and anybody who wants to see. If they want to see me and this screen capture, I hope they can see screen capture in Google Hangouts. But anyway, at least you can see me while I'm doing this, because we're doing a screen capture, and I'm going to go over to the website. I'm going to go over to the website, herbalhealthreview.com. So I'm going to herbalhealthreview.com. And if you're on your computer, you can go to the website and follow me on what I'm going to be talking about, because I'm going to go to the website.
Herbalhealthreview.com.
herbalhealthreview.com. And when you're on herbalhealthreview.com, click on common conditions, okay? Common conditions. Let me know when you're there.
I have to get my other phone.
Okay, are you there almost?
Yeah, I got my internet is very slow.
Okay. Okay. I'm over here on. I'll wait for you here. I'm on herbalhealthreview.com, and I've clicked on common conditions, and I'm going to minimize this.
Yeah,
Whoops, get up. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to mute your microphone, and if you need to say something to me there, in the Dearborn and Detroit area, if you need to talk to me, Press your star key 2 times. I'm going to mute your microphone and I'm going to go in and I'm going to describe infertility and how to do this. Okay?
Okay.
So now that mutes the microphone. We have no background noise, and I'm going to minimize this screen, going over into screen capture, and take the common conditions report and pull it over here into the screen capture, and I'm going down here to infertility. There it is, infertility. How do we get things going again? And over 2 million couples want to have children and find that they are unable to conceive. There's many reasons for the infertility. The female may have blocked tubes, ovulation problems, hormonal imbalance, or a weak uterus. The male can have low sperm count, immature sperm, and incapable of fertilization, and other problems. Anorexia nervosa and overexercise can cause bleeding to stop. Increased nutrition, normal exercise, herbs and supplements can return the body to normal and create an environment for healthy babies and moms. The process of ovulation, it's controlled by the hypothalamus of the brain and through the release of hormones secreted in the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland. That's called the luteinizing hormone, LH, the luteinizing hormone, and the follicle stimulating hormone, FSH. And in the follicular pre-ovulatory phase of the menstrual cycle, the ovarian follicle will undergo a series of transformations called cumulus expansion. This is stimulated by the secretion of the FSH and the follicle stimulating hormone. And after this is done, a hole called the stigma will form in the follicle, and the ovum will leave the follicle through this hole, and the ovulation is triggered by a spike in the amount of FSH and LH released from the pituitary gland. And during the luteal, that's the post-ovulatory phase, the ovum will travel through the fallopian tubes toward the uterus. If fertilized by a sperm, it may perform implantation there 6 to 12 days later. 20 years ago, a lady in Arizona was infertile for 12 years. And actually, at this point, since I wrote this report, it's actually been about 35 years now. 35 years ago, a lady in Arizona was infertile, and she was infertile for 12 years. And she reached out to me for help. And after 3 months of taking as many of these supplements that are listed in this report, then she took as many herbs and supplements as she could. Wait a minute, and she became pregnant. And she became pregnant, I think it was about 3 months. So she called her sister, who was infertile for 17 years. And her sister called me, and then she took as many herbs and supplements as she could from that report. And after 1 year, the sister had been infertile for 17 years, she called me and said it was her birthday. And her best present ever was that she found out she was pregnant. And since then, I have witnessed many women who have gone from infertile to very fertile in this approach. And here's what they did. They used a colon and liver cleansing liquid to detoxify. And they used a special fiber with bentonite clay to absorb all the toxins, and so that they detoxed. Also, they used a gland rejuvenator. The colon and liver cleansing formula that they used was a formula called number 1078, 1078. See, the FDA doesn't make you change the number of something, but they make you change the name so that people continually, the names of these products have been changed no less than 15 times because the FDA never likes the name of it. But it's a colon and liver cleansing formula called CAC, and the number never changes. It's 1078, and that will detox you, and that will clean out the bloodstream and the digestive tract and regulate the bowel movements to keep them very soft like they should be, because bowel movements should be soft, and otherwise the sewer system of the body is not working right. So we're draining all these bad things out of the body with this colon and liver cleansing liquid number 1078, and we're rejuvenating the glands so that the glands are powerful and going back to work again. And that's an herbal tincture extract where you're going to put a teaspoon 3 times a day and hold it in your mouth for about a minute and then chase it down with some water. Why are you holding it in your mouth for a minute? Because you get 300% more of anything, any liquid that you hold in your mouth, and it is able then to go sublingually under the tongue and directly into the bloodstream, and through the cheeks and directly into the bloodstream. And that's how that works. Then you're getting the maximum absorption, and it's going direct to the bloodstream, and you're rejuvenating the glands. You're doing a colon and liver cleansing liquid, and it looks like I've got some noise here, and I'm going to check on this. I've got an open mic somewhere, and I need to close that open mic. It's in the Salem area. Hi.
What brand?
And go ahead. What did you?
Does it matter what brand you use, colon and liver cleanser? Does it matter what brand?
Absolutely, absolutely. You want a brand that is time proven, that is a formula that has a history of safe and effective use, and that's the only place I know where you can get that is to call the people at 541-791-8400. It's called Health and Herbs, and they have that number 1078 colon and liver cleansing liquid. Okay, that they have the gland formula. They have all of these things listed in the report, and you can be looking at that report as well when you go on the internet at herbalhealthreview.com. Click on Common Conditions. And then
I don't have a credit card. Do I? You know what I'm saying? How would I be able to pay?
Well,
because I usually go to the herbal store by my house.
Well, in this case, call them up. They probably take check by phone. They take all kinds of credit cards. They're so helpful. I'm sure they can help you. And you've made a friend who isn't trying to sell you something, but this is a ministry that will help you. And you can call them over and over again. And you can call me. And you can come on this broadcast, and then you can let us know how you're doing. This isn't just somebody trying to sell you something. I want you to know that, okay?
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much.
Sure,
I feel
sister.
like I have a friend.
You do. And that's what this conference is all about. It's friends helping each other and comforting people, and that's what the Lord intended. And that's what Jesus Christ did when he was here, and I think that's a good thing to do, the things that he did. Amen. So what we're talking about then here is, and I'm going to go back to this report, again, because we had an open mic, and I closed it so there would be no echoes. And I'm back to the report. So in this report, And if you call the people at 541-791-8400 at Health and Herbs, they can help you with. They can go. They have this report. They have all this information. And if you have a computer, you do too. But if you don't, just call them on the phone. And there's the colon and liver cleanser. See, this is how to do it. Whenever you go into a kitchen to cook, you always clean it first. Well, that's exactly what we're doing here. We're doing a colon and liver cleansing and detoxification and making sure all the glands are stimulated and rejuvenated and well fed with nutrients that are specific herbs that are targeted to the glands. And then if there's any inflammation in the body, then we're going to go for the turmeric and the boswellia, and that's going to reduce inflammation. The turmeric will actually cross the blood-brain barrier, make you smarter. It'll make you smarter and reduce inflammation throughout the body. That's turmeric, curcumin, and that's number 3890. Then there's boswellia. You probably know boswellia by the name of frankincense. You know, one of the herbs brought to baby Jesus. Yes, a biblical herb that fights cancer, fights inflammation. Oh, what a health-giving herb, boswellia, frankincense. That's it. And that's number 3137. By the time you do things like this for the body, you're reducing inflammation. You're cleaning up the bloodstream. You're getting the glands to go back to work again. You're detoxing the digestive tract and creating soft bowel movements and staying cleaned out. Then if there's a problem with circulation, you increase circulation. And there is an infertility herbal formula. But the circulation formula, if you need it to increase the circulation, this number 1099. And if you have, and if you need to, if there's a real infertility problem here, then here's an infertility herbal formula for both men and women. Mom takes it and dad takes it, and pretty soon mom is mom and dad is a dad. And it's an infertility formula called 1237. Used to go by the name of infertility. I don't think you can. I don't think the FDA allows any names anymore. So you have to know the number, the infertility number that when I invented it was 1237, 1237. That's for infertility. Then we need to balance the hormones. Now, this lady said that she was using dong quai, a Chinese herb. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. But and it's not for everybody. It has a specific time and a use, and for specific people, because not every herb is for everyone. And anytime you start with any herb or any supplement, always underdose yourself. Start with a little bit and increase it very slowly over a few hours or a few days until you are satisfied that you're happy with that herb and your body is happy with that herb and everything's starting to work. Then you increase it to the recommended dosage and find out what your real dosage is, whether it's less or more. And always, use it with Thanksgiving and prudence. Now, we're talking about chaste tree berry, because chaste tree berry is an herb, number 3230, 3230. Chaste tree berry is one of the most used herbs for boosting fertility in women. It helps regulate irregular menstrual cycles and heavy bleeding. It is great for women suffering from ovarian cysts, and also women who are not ovulating regularly. Chaste tree berry, also called Vitex. It's also used to help alleviate the symptoms of premenstrual syndrome, PMS. Vitex, chaste tree berries, is a tonic and an herb, and should be used over the course of several months, before it really gets in and gets going and is able to do its job. You can't expect it to be working within a few days, although some people are so sensitive to these herbs and the body recognizes them and uses them right away, and all of a sudden things clear up pretty much immediately. And the good news, we're not having side effects here with these, with drugs and chemicals, all kinds of side effects and complaints, but not with these herbs. And another thing, with herbs, and once you got things going, you don't need them anymore. If you take drugs, you're usually on that drug for the rest of your life kind of thing. With herbs and nutrients, you take it, you feel better, it builds you up, and you don't need it anymore, or you need very little of it if your body requires it. So the herbs, the natural foods, these are the Most High's remedies. Now, so we're talking about Vitex. The best way to take it is the herbal tincture extract. The herbal tincture extract of Vitex, chase tree berry. It's one of the most used herbs for boosting fertility in women. So that is one that they've used. And then red raspberry leaf. Red raspberry leaf, number 3743, red raspberry leaf, 3743, it is an excellent source of calcium, magnesium, and iron. It helps strengthen the uterus and is safe to use from preconception to post-birth. And it can help with leg cramps during pregnancy. It can also help with morning sickness during early pregnancy. That's red raspberry leaf. And nettles. Oh, nettles is an herb that is high in calcium and iron content. And nettles are extremely nourishing to the reproductive and adrenal systems, going to give you energy. And they also contain folic acid. And the folic acid is an important nutrient when trying to conceive, as it can help prevent birth defects and aids in implantation of cell division. And we've got an open mic, and I have to go back and close the open mic. And it is right there. And thank you for joining us in the Columbus area. And I have muted that mic and I have to mute another mic, because these mics, when they're open, they echo back. If you do have a question or a comment, you are certainly welcome to press your star key 2 times and interrupt me. And it's okay. And you'll ask your question or your comment as I continue to describe infertility. And so we talked about
question.
Yes, go ahead.
3743
red raspberry leaf. Yes.
Is it good also to reduce fibroids?
Yes, and that's a whole nother topic that we could go into next and talk specifically about how to get rid of fibroids, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so the answer is yes and yes. And that's maybe our next topic would be fibroids. And
Hello.
Shalom, go ahead.
I've been sitting here waiting on this conference to get it to talk.
Yes, go ahead.
Half an hour.
Yes, sir. What is your question, sir?
But I didn't want to be rude.
No, sir. You're not. You go ahead and ask your question, and I'll make sure and address it. Okay.
I have lymphatic fluid retention.
Lymphatic fluid retention. All right.
Yeah.
We are going to address that lymphatic fluid retention. Okay. So we're gonna, folks. We are going to go right, and this man has waited for 30 minutes. I respect that, and I'm sorry you had to wait. But I'm gonna go away from the infertility for a moment, and we're going to get right to answering this gentleman's question, lymphatic fluid retention. So what we need to do is we need something that is for water retention. We need to bring the fluids off of the body. And how we could do that is with either a water retention herbal liquid tincture extract that you put you put maybe 30 drops under your tongue 3 times a day, and it pulls the water off of your body. And we can either do it with a liquid tincture extract, or we can do it with an herbal tea. What do you think you would like better, the tincture extract or the herbal tea?
I would like to try the herbal tea.
The herbal tea. Okay, the herbal tea is I created that herbal tea. I think I can figure out where it is here. That is number 4260. And so if you call the telephone number 541-791-8400, the nice people that's a not-for-profit, they manufacture. They manufacture.
I didn't get the number.
541-791-8400. Do you have it now?
Yes.
Okay. So and the number of this herbal tea is 4260. And the reason it works is because it's a water retention control tea, and you can get a half a pound of it and try it. And it's got hawthorn berries for the heart, a bilberry. It's got shaved grass, which is also a good herb loaded with calcium.
Well, how much is it, and how many bags you get?
It's a loose tea. It isn't in bags. It's a loose tea, all different herbs for the kidneys, for the blood, for the heart, and it's about $27 for this herbal tea, and you brew it up, and the directions are on the side on the label, and also
What's it called?
It's called water retention control tea. Water retention control tea, number 4260. And it's got all these herbs in there. Okay. Do you got that? Do you have that, sir?
Yes.
You got that. Okay, so that's one thing. But you're talking specific. So now we're pulling the fluid out. But let's look at the health of the lymphatic glands. Because the lymphatic glands, they found out recently, they thought the lymphatic glands stopped at the base of the skull. But they found that the lymphatic glands actually go, about 3 months ago, they found research and proved the lymphatic glands actually go clear into your brain. So the lymph glands are clear, under your arms, along your neck, and so forth. Those lymph glands are a serious part of your body that needs it that needs to work properly. So there is a gland.
I'm mainly retaining it, my hips down to my feet.
Yeah, there you go. Well, this is going to pull that water off of there. Then there's a gland rejuvenator herbal tincture extract.
How many different things am I going to have to buy? You don't have to buy anything, but these are the two things that you could use, perhaps, because I'm not prescribing or diagnosing for you, but these are the two things that I would be looking at. I would be looking at the gland rejuvenator to rejuvenate the glands, all of the glands. Give it a tonic, and it's called Gland Rejuvenator number 1196, and it's probably about. Wait a minute.
So those are the two things I would do. and maybe some more, depending on your other health issues and the underlying causes and the underlying health issues.
What was
The gland
rejuvenating number?
1196, 1196. And you can call.
What is that?
And that's a gland rejuvenator herbal. That's a tincture extract, a concentrated herb in a liquid, and you're going to take about a teaspoon of it and hold it in your mouth for about a minute, and that's how it works. And then it absorbs right through your bloodstream and so forth. But between those two things, rejuvenating the glands and the lymphatic glands and all the glands, and pulling the water off of the body, I think that it's the research that you're looking for, and that's the answer that I would give.
And how much is that?
Gland rejuvenator, about probably I would get a 16-ounce bottle. I'm going to click on it and take a look. See, in these reports you can click on these herbs, and when you do, it opens it up and you can look at the herb. So I'm looking at it now. I'm going over to the website that manufactures it. It's a ministry, and you can get $34.96 is the. I would get an 8-ounce size, which is $34.96 for 8 ounces of it, and that's what it says. It's the cost of it is. And then I would take a teaspoon 3 times a day until you run out. And if you still need it, take it. And if you don't, you're done. Are you with me, brother?
Yep.
Okay. Is there any other? Okay. Is there any other? Is there any other question?
Yeah. I need something for my nerves.
Nerves.
Like inflammation at my ischial tuberosity.
I'm sorry. I got nerves, but I didn't understand what you said that last part.
Ischial tuberosity.
Veracity. Well, nerves. There's an herbal liquid tincture extract for the nervous system that
tissue or swollen tissue.
Swollen tissues, vitamin C. Lots of vitamin C. Get a big bottle of vitamin C, high quality, with lots of good bioflavonoids in it that strengthens the tissues. Take I take four tablets. That's 2,000 milligrams twice a day. That's minimum. That will improve the viscosity of your tissues, and it will keep the tissues of your body very young and strong. So lots of vitamin C. And you can get it.
This from?
Go ahead.
Where I get this from?
Again, same place. Call that telephone number. Tell them these are some of the things that you're interested in, and have them work up a price for you. And this is a ministry. So if you don't have very much money, they understand that, and they will give you a discount, because this is why we do this.
I've gotten stuff from you before.
Pardon?
I've gotten stuff from you before.
Oh, then you know that they're nice people there, right?
And your daughter,
And my granddaughter.
Your daughter.
Yeah, my granddaughter, my grandchildren. Yes.
This is Mr. Clarkson.
Oh, yes, sir. Well, I think that information might be helpful to you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything else, brother?
That's it.
All right. All praises to the Most High. Bless you, brother. Okay, we're going to move on now back to infertility, and I haven't even heard from Sister Kashakia, and she's probably there. And Sister Kashakia, when you're ready, let me know. I'm gonna work on finishing information about infertility here, how not to be infertile, because this has worked so well. I've had so many.
I'm going to click off now. I might be calling you.
Oh, okay, brother.
All right.
Okay, shalom.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay. All right.
So
Oh,
can we,
oh, yeah. Go ahead. Yes. Did you have a question?
yeah, I was saying, can we talk about fibroids, please?
Fibroids. Okay. I'm going to finish on infertility,
Okay.
and then we're going to
Okay.
go. Then we're going to go to fibroids, and I'm looking to see if Sister Kashakia is in the building, but I don't see her here, so that's okay. So I'm going to mute the microphones. I'm going to go back and show you how all these ladies who came to me over the years who couldn't get pregnant all have babies. I mean, all of them. It was incredible. I always was laughing at myself, that all these ladies, I created a protocol, and all these ladies are getting, getting rid of their infertility, and it's working so great. It made me smile, that something works so well that so many people used this infertility protocol and they were successful. So we talked about nettles and how it's high in calcium and iron content, and nettles are extremely nourishing to the reproductive and adrenal systems. And nettles, number 3636, nettles 3636, they also contain folic acid, which is an important nutrient when trying to conceive, and it can help prevent birth defects, and it aids in the implantation and the cell division. So you're going to want a lot of nettles, okay, and nettle tincture, extract, and all these liquids and tinctures and so forth. You can put them all into one cup at one time, and hold, and then take a sip of that and hold it in your mouth and for a minute or two and swallow it, and you're getting every bit of that calcium and iron and folic acid and so forth. If you're getting it all, and that's a way to really get it all. Now, oat straw. Oat straw is a mild nervine, and it's a nourishing tonic herb. It's a mild aphrodisiac, and it's also a wonderful hormone balancer. And you can use cut and sifted oat straw in teas to make a tea, and also add oatmeal daily in your diet. These are very powerful for you. Very, very great for the nerves. Oatmeal, great for the nervous system. I need a sip of my kombucha mushroom here today. Oh, because I've been talking and talking. My goodness. Okay. I'm taking a sip of kombucha mushroom. Wow, that's good. Needed that. Now, Damiana. Now, there's another herb it's a wonderful aphrodisiac. See, the oat straw, the Damiana, these put you in the mood. When you're taking the chasteberry berry and the infertility formula and the red raspberry leaf, all of these things make you feel better. And when you feel better, and you have these herbs that are like Damiana, number 3315, when you have a wonderful aphrodisiac that helps promote fertility in men and women. It can help balance irregular menstrual cycles. Damiana helps nourish the reproductive system. Damiana can be used in a tea or a tincture. Mix it with equal parts of lemon balm in a tea ball for a delicious tea, and serve some to your husband as well. That's right. Maca. Maca is a root, M-A-C-A. And maca root, wait a minute, I got out of there. And maca root, number 3561. It's native to Peru. Maca is taken dried in capsule form, and it's useful for both men and women. It helps increase sperm count, and it's great for boosting the libido. It's an aphrodisiac. It is useful for those suffering from PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and endometriosis. Maca, it's so nourishing to the libido and increasing the sperm count, and it helps to regulate the reproductive hormones, and it improves the overall health of the female and the female egg. The female egg is much healthier because of maca root, native to Peru. Maca, number 3561. Oh, then there's alfalfa. that is alfalfa is like a king of nutrition in herbs. It's loaded. It's a great tonic herb. Alfalfa, well, it helps nourish the reproductive organs in both men and women. Alfalfa is a vitamin-rich herb, and it will keep you healthy. And that's why we use it in a lot of different formulations and in our super green food powders and so forth. Then there's red clover. Red clover is an all-purpose fertility booster. It's also a blood purifier. Red clover blossoms takes a while to build up in the system, though it can be best to start, by taking it a few months before you're trying to conceive. The red clover, it's rich in vitamins, and it helps to regulate the reproductive system. And the herb red clover blossoms are helpful for those with sporadic periods. And red clover blossoms are great and a general fertility tonic, and it is best used in an herbal tea called an infusion, where you're pouring hot water over the herb. A great recipe is to use a pinch of peppermint with your red clover blossoms in a tea ball. The father will also benefit from drinking red clover tea as well as the mom. So do not take red clover if you are due to have surgery or have clotting disorders, because it's going to be working with the blood and the bloodstream. And if you have clotting disorders, then that's a whole nother topic. We're coming to the end of this, and there's a false unicorn. And false unicorn, number 3376, is an herb that has been used in Native American healing for centuries. False unicorn. The Native Americans used it to promote fertility, and false unicorn helps with male impotence, as well as promoting a healthy menstrual cycle, as well as recurrent miscarriages. False unicorn. And saw palmetto berries. It's a great fertility herb. Saw palmetto, 3794. It's a great fertility herb for both men, especially for men. It helps nourish the reproductive system and promotes fertility. And saw palmetto can also be used by women for regulating her cycle. And saw palmetto can be taken in capsule form, and both men and women should take saw palmetto berries. And then there is milk thistle seed powder or milk thistle seed extract, because milk thistle seed, what it does is totally incredible. Milk thistle seed powder helps the liver to detoxify and helps to prevent constipation. And milk thistle seed powder or extract renews liver cells 60%, new liver cells, every 120 days. I'm going to say it one more time because that is phenomenal. Renews liver cells by 60% every 120 days. Milk thistle seed extract or powder. And that's why I always have some milk thistle seed powder in my smoothie every day. I have a healthy, happy liver at the age of 75. Nice bones. Nice bones, calcium and magnesium. The most two needed minerals in your body is calcium and magnesium. Best time to take it? At bedtime. I take 3 every night so that I have a better sleep, so that I don't have any cramping. Because a lot of things happen, especially in the elderly. When you get older and you're trying to sleep, and all of a sudden you got cramps. Well, calcium and magnesium, no more cramps. That's it. And this is a high-tech, and all of these things are organic, high-tech, high quality, the best you can get. And the Nice Bones is a calcium and magnesium tablet. I take 3 at bedtime. It helps eliminate constipation. It prevents toxemia in pregnancy. And red meat can cause toxemia. So it would be better to substitute organic nuts and seeds and grains for meat. Got that? When you want to be pregnant, or if you are pregnant, do not eat red meat. It can cause toxemia. Also, whole grains include the bran and the germ, which are all full of nutrients. So you want whole foods, whole grains, always organic. Finally, Intramax, the perfect multiple vitamin, over 415 ingredients. Oh, the Nice Bones. Let me back up here. The milk thistle seed extract was $35.88. $35.88 for the milk thistle seed extract. That's $35.88. Nice Bones was $24.55. Number 2455. The reason I keep giving you all these numbers, because the evil FDA makes manufacturers of natural remedies change the names of their products all the time to confuse you, so you can't possibly get the product that you're asking for. So I give you the number. They don't make you change the numbers, just the names. These names have been changed about 15 times just to comply. And the manufacturer is FDA inspected and does comply. And it's not easy either. And not when all the, okay, I'm not going to get into that. Nice Bones, number 2455, calcium magnesium tablets. Intramax, the multiple vitamin that has everything. Over 415 ingredients, 80 vitamin sources, 33 super greens, 154 antioxidants, 62 fruits, and on and on and on. The best you can get is called Intramax. It's a multiple vitamin. It's a liquid. Half an ounce in the morning, hold it in your mouth for a minute or two. Chase it with some water. Then at night, do the same thing. Twice a day, half an ounce, morning and night, and you have the best multiple vitamin on the planet. And it's liquid. And it talks about the value of massage when there's infertility. It talks about castor oil therapy in this report. It talks about a diet. And then you'll really want to go visit the other report for the perfect diet. It's called Make Lifestyle Changes. When you go to herbalhealthreview.com, that's herbalhealthreview.com, click on Common Conditions and click on Make Lifestyle Changes for the perfect diet. That's right, the perfect diet. Delicious. Oh man, I just had my power drink. Tasted like chocolate, vanilla, and cinnamon, and blueberries, and cranberries. It just doesn't get any better than that.